Hey guys, let's get more news from Miami Heat, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Erik Spoelstra gets real on Miami Heat, losing 7 straight games. The Miami Heat fell to their 7th consecutive loss tonight after failing to beat the Phoenix Suns at home. The 105-118 loss has further demoralized a Heat roster who made a win-now move to acquire Terry Rozier last week and are yet to taste victory with their new-look roster. Heat coach Erik Spoelstra spoke frankly about the team's struggles and what they need to do to right the ship. "We're in a hole right now. The level of urgency and concern is extremely high. We're just not doing it consistently. Hard enough, tough enough, with enough resolve with the things that come at you in an NBA game. We can do it for periods of time and sustain it. We have to get over this hurdle. One way or the other. That's what we're going to work on." Spoelstra took accountability alongside his players for their current struggles while emphasizing the importance of winning a game before the streak spirals out of control. "We've been saying it, we've been doing it, and I'm not absolving myself of anything. I am every bit a part of this right now. We have to come together to figure out some solutions, figure out how we're going to get one win. That's what this thing is about right now." The Heat have struggled to keep pace with opponents over this stretch, losing to Phoenix, New York, Boston, Memphis, Orlando, Atlanta, and Toronto. Their next game is against the Sacramento Kings and is a must-win for the Heat, who have slipped to number 7 in the East. The Heat essentially took themselves out of the running for any major trade targets on the market by sending a pick and their most tradable contract to the Hornets for Rozier. Any moves they can make will be marginal, which won't transform a team as listless as the Heat right now. The Heat pride themselves on having a top 10 defense, but they're running an overall point differential. They give up 111.7 points per game, which is the 7th best in the NBA. However, they're scoring just 110.4 points per game, which would rank 27th. That isn't the sign of a winning team, though they made a finals run last year, despite having such struggles in the regular season. The Heat were in the battle for the number 4 seed but have fallen 6 games behind the current number 4 seed Knicks over this stretch, as they've gone on a 7-game winning streak. They sit at number 7 right now with a 24-23 record, tied with the number 8 seed Orlando Magic. The weakness of the East at the bottom means they're still unlikely to fall out of the play-in tournament, but this team was expected to be a top 6 lock heading into the season. They're 3 games behind the Indiana Pacers, who recently turned a losing streak into a 3-game winning streak without Tyrese Haliburton. The Heat are desperate for a win or else they may have to fight through the play-in yet again. Miami Heat's Tyler Harrow sacrificing how fit to in with roster changes. Miami Heat star Tyler Harrow is no stranger to criticism for his play style, but it has shown few signs of changing this season. However, Monday's loss to the Phoenix Suns could have acted as a wake-up call for the 24-year-old guard. Harrow scored 17 points on 5 of 18 shooting in the 13-point loss. After the game, he spoke about what needs to change for the team to return to championship contention. "I'm trying to sacrifice how I play to fit the team and try to be more of a catch-and-shoot guy to fit the offense," Harrow said. Perhaps the most praised aspect of Harrow's game is his diversity as a scorer. Whether it's creating for himself inside the arc or knocking down three-pointers, Harrow has shown continuous signs of all-star potential. The problems arise from a consistency standpoint, making the flashes of greatness underwhelming due to the numerous misses. The issue with Harrow evolving into more of a catch-and-shoot guy is the lack of playmaking and addition of Terry Rozier to the roster. The Heat's lineup relies on the threat of isolation plays to result in open looks for their teammates. Without Harrow's aggression to score, it leaves them with a void of score-first players. Star Jimmy Butler acts as an all-around threat, while big man Bam Adebayo is a dominant force on the defensive end. Anthony Pasiala works as a contributing writer to Inside the Heat. Trade odds, Mavs, Heat top destinations for Nets Dorian Finney-Smith. The Dallas Mavericks have been linked to several versatile forwards ahead of the NBA trade deadline, which is 9 days away, including Washington Wizards' Kyle Kuzma, Portland Trail Blazers' Jeremy Grant, Charlotte Hornets PJ Washington and Miles Bridges, and Brooklyn Nets Dorian Finney-Smith. Out of all of those players, Finney-Smith could end up being one of the more affordable options for Dallas. The Nets have reportedly been asking for 2 first-round picks for the former Mavs fan favorite, but the chances of a team forking out that kind of draft capital for a 30-year-old forward with offensive limitations seems unlikely in this economy. Because of this, Gambling.com has the Mavs listed as having the second best odds, plus 450, to land Finney-Smith in a trade if he doesn't remain with the Nets. The Miami Heat, plus 200, have the top odds to land him if he doesn't stay in Brooklyn. The Nets are still favored to keep Finney-Smith, with plus 150 odds. In 42 games, Finney-Smith is averaging 9.1 points and 4.8 rebounds while shooting 38.3% from three-point range. He has already proven to be a seamless fit next to Luka Doncic, as he helped spearhead the Mavs defense in their run to the Western Conference Finals in 2022. And you fan, what do you think of the Dorian Finney-Smith situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.